from Walking in This World by Julia Cameron. It's called Discovering a Sense of Discernment. Discernment meaning telling bad people from good ones.
I love, my favorite part of this whole chapter was making art, not making it. I think sometimes we so focus that we have to do this one thing and focus of, like, for me, it was, I related to the video, right? Doing the documentary. You know, I've been so concerned that I'm gonna, you know, that I'm not gonna offend anybody. That the information, I'm gonna, how do I put it that's first? And then what happens is then I don't wanna do it.
Yeah, because you're doing it for somebody else.
And
she talks about, same thing, when we're in the middle of when we're in the midst of making something in the actual creative act, we know who we are and what we are. Because we forget our public perception for a minute. And I think that's, obviously that's a thread throughout all of the book, is becoming who you are, because we are so often not who we are when we're in front of other people. You know, we are just always censoring ourselves, and so you almost forget who you are when you're doing that all the time. You know, so just creating that art is the therapy that really helps you come back to yourself and just be yourself.
This book, Adding Ollie, now available on Lulu.com.
That's LULU.com.
And it'll be on Amazon and Barnes & Noble soon. But, you know, put it out there on Facebook and on my blog. And, you know, the price of self-publishing is obviously a lot more than traditional publishing. And so, you know, my friends have been buying it. But, you know, it's kind of been a soul-searching thing. Well, what's the goal here, you know? Because, you know, I always thought it was to get published. Well, now that it's published, like I said in the last one, it's like, well, now what? And so I have these steps and these goals in mind to try to get the book out there. And it has nothing to do with making money, as my husband will tell you. I mean, by the time I pay shipping and all this, I mean, you know, it's really more about persisting. You know, Eva pushed me to enter the contest, and then I won, and then I got it published, and now I feel like I've got to, for no reason other than the fact to kind of see something through in my life.
And I think she did talk about this as the creative saboteur.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so having that, you know, you're always going to get that person that they call it like a mosquito that bites you, you know. But then it says, she says here, she says, once you get bitten, she goes, first administer first aid. That means you acknowledge you have been bitten. Don't pretend you have not, and reach for the antidote. The antidote is someone who supports you before, during, and after your creative injuries. This is a friend who doesn't say anything much besides, that's awful, and what can I do to help?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you do. When I'm upset and you're just like, oh, that's so terrible. I mean, it was like she knows you.
This yet, but we've blogged about some things lately that actually fit very well with this chapter.
Yes. Believing mirrors,
you know, you're gonna
and the
have
non-believers.
people that are mosquitoes, whether they intend to be or not.
The theme is that we recognize it more when other people are bitten than ourselves. When we're bitten, we just think, oh, well, they didn't mean it. They were really just a nice mosquito who was hungry. You know? Whereas in someone else, it's like my friend, like, don't hit my friend. That was bad, you know?
That's right. Talk about here is being able to do the art because you enjoy it. Because you find that if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you get satisfaction because you are creating something. You know, and I think that's, sometimes we lose focus.
Right.
Where is this gonna go? You know, it's like, you know, Chris even said to me, I said, you know, this whole thing about nutrition, and people are asking me, well, where are you gonna take this? You know, I'm kind of, and even our group, where is this leading to? I'm kind of enjoying the journey versus
where are you going to go?
Yes, there's things that I would like it to go. But I mean, why not just enjoy the process of it?
That's a great way to put it, because Peggy and I were talking about that. You know what you're meant to do when that is how you breathe. I mean, you either do it or you die. You know, it just feels like that. If you don't do it, a piece of you dies inside. And that's how I feel about writing. I mean, you know what your thing is now.
And you release this amazing energy. You release power, not necessarily from yourself, maybe just from yourself, but from the universe, from wherever that you didn't know was there. I mean, when we look back at ourselves over the past year and all the things that we've made happen or that happened, I mean, we should take ownership. We made that happen to some degree by being open to it and really enjoying it and just having fun. And
started letting our creative selves go after we started doing it artist way and then walking in this world, and it really has just, it's kind of sunk in what we need to do to let ourselves go and be creative.
And just to give you a heads up, it doesn't happen spontaneous. It took the artist's way. Artist's way for us was to go through our past and deal with all those
judging up,
right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then this, walking in this world, it
Moving
pushes
forward.
us to move forward, to start doing the things.
I think a lot of the energy that we have and that it's allowed us to do all these things is the fact that we have each other.
Yes.
It's like that positive peer pressure. We have each other that we want to okay, you know, it's your idea, I want to support you, so I'm going to do something I wouldn't normally do. I'm going to push myself out into an uncomfortable place because I want to support you. You know, me, it also helps knowing that there are people that we're going to come here, we're going to talk about it, and there are people they're going to watch the video and are going to say, well, let me do a little something that I wouldn't have been comfortable with either. You know, and I think having that responsibility to people that are, to you, the people that are watching as well, to if you don't have your own tribe, like we have our tribe here, you're part of our tribe. So
The group is really the core of what she's talking about, in that we're not doing this in anticipation that people are really watching, but it's almost an anticipation of, I mean, we're doing it because it's fun. And because we're creating something and it's fun to us. And we're not worried about the ramifications later, but it's also this optimistic idea that, you know, well, what we're creating is eventually will lead to something, we don't know what. But that there's something, like Eva said the other day, she's like, I just feel like something good is going to happen this year, something really big.
But why are they doing this? You know, it's so silly. Why are they videotaping themselves and putting themselves on the internet? I don't get it. Blah, blah, blah. You know, the Debbie Downers of the world, and we say we don't care. We're just going to keep doing it because we're doing it for ourselves. And we hope that there are people who will benefit from this as well, you know, and follow us on our journey. But the heck with, you know, that's what you have to say, is the heck with everybody else. If there's going to be naysayers in your life, the heck with them. You know, just follow what you want to do, and
it's anything.
If it's putting yourself out there.
Even though you know, Julia Cameron is more on the creative side. In reality, reading this, it's pushed me to do other things that doesn't have to do with creativity at all.
Yeah, well, and that's what we were talking about the other day. It was creatively, yes, it's been really a year of growth, but it's in a lot of ways.
It's about courage.
It's about courage. That's
It
it.
is.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Finding courage.
It's all about courage.
Bye. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Happy holidays.
We're thankful for our veterans.
Oh, and wait for December's
Holiday treat.
It's going to be
Holiday
scrumptious.
Yes. Oh, and congratulations to our giveaway winner, Joe.
Hey, Joe!
Congratulations.
Are you sure you don't want us to deliver the book to England in person?
Yes, you can do that. Oh, wait, that's my job. I'll come to you.